Okay, then I like to start the session. So I welcome all of you to Sutta teaching sessions. Basically, during these couple of weeks, actually what I am trying to do is not a Sutta teaching, by the way. We are doing question and answer session. It may continue till November, November early few weeks. And then I can actually revert back to the Sutta teaching session once I return back to Sri Lanka. So if you have any question related to your practice, please you can ask it. And or if you have any question related to the Dhamma, then that also we can answer to the best of our ability. So therefore I like to invite all of you to actively participate.
Okay, looks like we have one person. Feel free to unmute.
Yeah.
Good evening, Bhante.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can.
But I just have a question regarding my meditation. But like when I'm like a few days, I think quite a few times. Now I want to like when I go into sort of meditate, I go to the like bit of a deep state where I start with bodily feelings and all that, and then after that I sort of go into where that you go to like a place where there's less thoughts, so those don't come at all. But then I stay in that state for a bit. But what I notice is you stay in that state for a bit, but after a while I sort of go into like maybe kind of a dreaming state. Sort of, I don't know how to explain that. Like there are like thoughts, and then I suddenly wake up a bit here and there, sort of.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that might be something maybe wrong I'm doing with the practice or something. So I just wanted to understand, like, because in the meditation, if you're going into thoughts and like more you're going along with the normal way of like thoughts coming in and out, that's okay. But if you're sort of going like from thought to thought, that's, I know it's not the best thing. So I just wanted to understand like what I should do. Should I come back to my like say my body and come back to that feeling, or what would be the best approach there? If it's not clear, you can ask me a few questions now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not clear. Basically, are you practicing mindfulness of breathing while practicing that you go into this particular state?
It's more of Dhatu Manasikara. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, elements. Elements meditation.
Yeah.
Elements.
Yeah, elements. Yes, yeah. So that's elements. So I'm practicing that more or less, Bhante. So with that, I go into like I start with that. So like cold or whatever that feeling I get, like pulling or hot or whatever those feelings I get. So I just start with that, and then slowly, after a while, I go into where remove from that and go into like sort of a empty space or something. That's you say like there's not much thoughts. Like then I go into like what we call Chittanupassana, like where you look. I can see the thoughts coming in and out. I can see them coming and disappearing. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
And then a bit later, I see less thoughts. I guess less things coming in and out.
Yeah.
So I stay in that for a bit. But what I noticed is after a while, I go into more like I don't know, maybe it's because I find it boring or something, like bit more sleepy. I feel sleepiness and all that. And then...
okay, now understand. Okay, let's... Yeah. So basically, when we are continuing with elements meditation, after a while, this is possible. Because the thing is, it may not immediately happen, but you might feel some sort of a, say, little bit of a dispassion, little bit of neutrality, a little boring type of a state, and then you may enter this sort of a type of a samadhi, type of a awareness, but no much activity there. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just, can you explain about your walking meditation?
With the walking meditation, I'm more like I start with from the feet. Like I can feel different parts of my, foot where I keep that and all that. And start with that, but I slowly, quickly go into more like where again, like the elements, where I not only the feet, I feel the other elements like the wind, I feel my clothes and all that. And then after a bit, I start into a place where I feel like I'm like another person, like there's a person walking, but I'm not that person, sort of. I'm observing. It's just an automatic walking.
That's okay. I mean, what you are explaining is quite correct, because when the walking meditation evolves, and that is the kind of a perception that we get. I mean, it's not me walking, but kind of a another person is walking, but I am merely a observer, and you are simply observing what's really going on, but you are very much like separated from that kind of an experience. That's all fine. Now, there also, are you continuing to experience any other elements, characteristics, or are you getting what is the evolution of the elements meditation there?
So as I said, I initially feel the elements, right? And after a while, when I where I sort of started observing myself, then it becomes less. I don't feel like rough way as I started. Like it's not that I don't feel them, but it's like not as much, Bhante. So it's where I observe myself walking, but it's not like I feel like all the feet and all that like very roughly, like when I start. So that's how. It's. I don't know if it's.
So I think
you can call it the. Attention. I don't know if it's attention.
I think
it's bliss. I think, but I still know it's there.
I think you can further refine your attention. Now, assume that you are paying attention to the souls. I mean, because certain answers that I basically expect still didn't come from you. That's why I am further wanting you to continue the same thing till you are kind of reaching certain level. So, say you are continuing with recognizing various element characteristics. Say your foot is touching the ground. Now you experience hardness, maybe roughness, maybe softness, maybe movements, maybe vibrations, maybe heat, maybe cold. So likewise, so these are the element characteristics you may be very much like observing. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So as you are continuing, now probably you can recognize, you can little guide your mind, okay, all these different characteristics showing some common behavior. Now say for example hardness. Now hardness starts feeling for a while, and it feels, and then it discontinue. It stops feeling, and then another hardness to the other leg maybe. Again beginning of the hardness, then experience, and then the complete disappearance. Roughness also same. Movements are also same. Heat also same, coolness also same. So likewise, they are very much like showing some common characteristic. So we sometimes say they are the Sankata Lakkana, kind of a condition phenomena. All condition phenomena show some similar common characteristics. There is a beginning, there is a change, and then there is a ending. Simple as that. So if you are able to pay attention to that, naturally, I mean, you start with the individual characteristics, but naturally you may move towards this kind of an evolution. So let your mind little guide towards that. Then we may be little forwarding with the practice. And can you conduct, or rather, can you practice like this and come back to me?
Yes, Bhante, I will. I'll just look at, because I at the moment I sort of I understood what you said, because I see that I see the start, middle, and the end. But I guess I still, so for example, I still was able to recognize from the foot or the arm or whatever the body is, right? So what you're sort of saying is to make it like a bit more common and see that like as one like a phenomenon, right? So
exactly.
I'll practice that.
Yeah.
My question is around the sitting meditation. So in that one thing, like, so when I sort of I said like I wake up a bit, right? Should I try somehow actively not to go to where I go with, because is that like a failure? Like when I don't know how to say that. Like it's like I go to that state, the meditative state, and then I observe the thoughts. But at one point, I think maybe because it's boring or sleepy or something happens, I feel like it's just like normal. I'm daydreaming, sort of, right? And that I think I should stop, and how would I? What's the best approach for that?
Yeah. No, let it happen. Let it happen. You don't need to intervene, because when you are observing these thoughts, so at the beginning it appear like prominent, but slowly then they fade away and they go to the background. Then you can't clearly recognize what they are exactly. And next stage may be complete disappearance. Disappearance in the sense no thoughts at all. Even the background thoughts are absent. Probably you might reach that. I mean, you have nothing to do particularly to reach that. It will naturally happen.
Yeah.
So your duty is to keep yourself awakened without falling asleep and without making the experience more gross. You know, I mean, if you feel, I mean, this is little boring and, I mean, thoughts are also not that prominent, let me change my object to a more grosser type of an object, and then you shift your attention to something else, then you are very much like deviating from the progress. So rather doing that, let things happen naturally. You just have to be patient, but you need to maintain some wakefulness. Don't fall asleep. I mean, even falling asleep can happen without your notice. But later, as you are continuing the practice, you may not fall asleep. Still, you may maintain the vigilance, but the absence of thought may be possible.
Yeah. So I get to that absence of thought, like not to a length of time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds, 1 minute, or a few minutes, right?
Right.
That's where I feel some, like, I experience what you just said, like maybe very less time, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And then I go into that sort of dream state, and then suddenly I have this thing like my body wakes up jolting, like, I don't know, like there's a movement or something, and then I wake up again and I go to that. Right. That's why I thought like is something sort of wrong I'm doing. No.
Yeah. Let it happen, because this is a little bit of a transition that we are talking. So let things happen. You don't need to make any controlling there. You don't need to do any manipulation. Now things are gathering the momentum. Let it happen.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bhante, for explaining that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thero san.
Yeah, Thero san.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to invite Andrad for the next one.
Thank you, Bhante. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Bhante, sir, I just want to get some advice to progress with my next stage with my meditation. Yeah. So I'm doing the element meditation, just the feelings in the body for sitting and both walking. In the sitting, I just feel like, I just go to this heavy concentration level, like a samadhi. And I feel like my senses are like disconnected sort of feeling. That's the feeling I have in the sitting. And in the walking, that I do the same thing, but I go to this place where like I feel like somebody's like making me move, like being controlled. It's not me who's controlling. Somebody else is controlling me. So just want to know, I feel like I'm stuck there, and then I come back, like I go for like not split second, just like say 5 to 6 minutes, and then I come back to thoughts and to my senses again.
Yeah.
In both the meditation. So I just need some advice, for my next step.
Yeah. So during the walking particularly, can you explain a little bit more about that, say that you feel that someone else is doing it? So is it like you give up the control and you give the transition or the driving power, controllability to do something else, some external force, and then that external force is completely sort of controlling you, walking you, make you walk? Is it something that you experience or different?
It's just like I don't feel like I am walking. Like I can like observe, and it's walking. The body is walking, and it's so comfortable. Like I just don't need to like really like I don't have to put a thought to walk.
Understood.
Like usually I feel I give a thought to walk. Like every movement I made, I give a thought to it. But in this case, it's just like it's just taken control over. Like, sort of feeling,
it's okay. Are you walking in a circular way, or simply are you reaching a particular end and then pause and then turn back, again pause and then start coming back? Is it the way that you do?
Circular, like we go around. It's like sort of a kitchen, so we just I go just round the kitchen.
I see.
The hall. It's a circle.
Okay, probably then you better change straight walking then, because better to introduce a kind of a pause at each end. Then I don't think that you get this kind of a mechanical kind of a movement, but rather you do it in between. But once you reach the end, you pause. You come to the standing position, and there again you can establish mindfulness to the whole body, and then turn using small steps or the short steps, and again you take a pause, again establish mindfulness, and then you can come back. That would be much better, and it will give a kind of a variation to the whole practice, because you are going to different postures, not merely walking. So in between you are walking, but at the end or both ends you are coming to the standing posture, and then the turning also happen in a different posture, kind of sub posture. Everything will be added to the practice, so it will be more little with a variation. It's with a different facets are there to the practice, rather than simply going through the same kind of a fashion.
Okay. All right. So that means I'm just going through like the sort of the same thought process, and just it takes over sort of. That's probably
thoughts all right. I mean, I'm not talking about the thoughts, but I'm talking about the walking style.
Walking style. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Get it. Got it.
Because thoughts you can't control. Thoughts, let the thinking happen as it happen, but your duty is to pay attention to the sensations. So since you have mentioned you have come to the level that you are able to recognize various elements, so your duty is to recognize various elements while walking, while standing, while turning. Everywhere your emphasis has to be towards the elements.
Okay, then. So that's that. And how about the sitting one?
Sitting also similar. So since you are able to recognize elements while walking, once you sit, probably if you want to further improve mindfulness, probably you can do a little bit of mindful breathing, and once you feel confident, okay, now mindful breathing has made the mind fairly focused, very precise, fairly refined, and very sharp. And then by that time you may feel these different sensations, different element characteristics may be visible by that time, or may be evident by that time throughout the body. Do you feel like that?
Yes, because I feel like I just sort of focus to my stomachs, and then I just like, again, I go back to this samadhi sort of place. And then I just feel comfortable after that. That's what I'm feeling.
So, I mean, how long, before entering samadhi, how long you were practicing?
Like it will take few minutes, like few seconds.
I see.
Like the breathing, and then it just goes goes
samadhi.
away, and then I can focus to the...
Yeah, so I mean, before entering samadhi, I mean, you are simply paying attention to rising and falling of the abdomen?
Yes, abdomen. Yeah, I just feel it. Like automatically when I sit, I can feel it.
Yeah.
It just goes in there, and then I just I just feel like the whole body. Like I just feel the feeling.
Yeah, yeah. So by the way, how long are you practicing?
I have been doing this for like around 7 years, but not just this. Like initially, it has been like for the first 5 years, I just took that like a kamatahana and just like say it out loud. I don't know. That's what when you do the meditation. And this meditation, feeling meditation, is about 1 year. I think about 1
Okay.
year.
I didn't get the point. Before you switch to this part, what were you doing for 5 years?
That was like we just take like a kamatahana, take a kamatahana, and then get rid of the thoughts, like whatever the thoughts you get. We just use that kamatahana to get rid of the thoughts.
I see. What is the kamatahana? What is the meditation object you used?
That monk gave us like mama dan metana. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again and again, so you establish mindfulness using the body?
Not for that one. It didn't first but I'll tell you my history.
Yeah, that's what I want to verify. Yes.
It's like I used that kamatahana, and then one day I just experienced like a big sound, like a breaking sound. After using that, like in speed, I use it very fast, and then I saw like my whole status changed. Like I got sort of like a permanent samadhi sort of thing. That's what happened to me, and then from there I was still using it, and then I saw my thoughts were like decreasing, the heaviness of the thoughts. And so I was like feeling much more comfortable, like my life was a bit more calmer then after that. Because like less thoughts. So and then after that I was given the advice like to do the feeling activity, like the feeling, the elements.
Okay.
So that's how I started focusing on the
elements. So how long you were doing that?
But, yeah. Can't remember. I think it's under 1 year.
1 year, something like that. Are you practicing daily?
Yes, I am practicing daily.
Okay. So, by the way, can you differentiate this samadhi and the previous samadhi? Any difference?
Sorry, can you?
No, now you said that when you are practicing that kamatahana, that primary object, mama dhammetana, here now I am. So, you mentioned that you experience some kind of a samadhi, kind of a concentration.
Yes.
That when you compare that concentration with this new concentration type, what's the difference?
There is a difference. Bhante, it's just like I feel like that one is just like more concerned to the mind, like mind. Now this one is like the overall, like the whole space, everything.
Right.
Like more comfortable. I feel like I'm detached, sort of. I don't know how to say, but it's more comfortable. Like more,
now,
what do you mean by less defilement?
Yeah. Okay. And another point. Now, in this new type of concentration, I don't think the term concentration is really meaningful here. Is it more like you feel open?
Yes, I feel more open. Yeah.
Okay. Is it your mind become more spacious?
More spacious, yes. More spacious.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And even now, when I listen to your dharma, anything dharma concerning anything, dharma, I just go to that state. Automatically it happens.
Okay. Then fine. Okay, good. Now, then you are in the correct path. So then let it happen, and once you reach that, so can you for how long can you stay there?
I can stay. I haven't tried more than half an hour, Bhante, but I feel like I go there automatically sometimes when I hear a dhamma. Anywhere, any dhamma thing, I go there.
Right. Okay. Just continue that. I mean, now the point is, say, paying attention to your body or rising and falling is just a refinement, a little bit of a motivation. Then naturally, that's new type of concentration may happen. It's not really the concentration. We can simply say it's a kind of an open awareness, where mind is not grasping anything, and there is no stress, feeling very comfortable, feeling the mind is fairly spacious, and no thoughts, no stress. And this is something that you are experiencing, and you need to promote it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just be an observer for the feelings.
Exactly.
Right?
So at that moment, while you are experiencing that, don't particularly give any object to the mind.
Okay.
So I mean, you don't.
One particular.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't find. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't find any particular place, any particular object. Maybe even the whole body. You don't need to pay particular attention to anything. Rather, keep the mind completely open.
Right. Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
I'll follow that.
So, are you experiencing this while walking?
Yes, Bhante. Same thing. Yes.
Okay. Let it happen. That's good. So while walking also, let it come to you, and just walk and see whether you are able to walk while the mind is fairly open and no thoughts and say no stress, and you feel comfortable, and almost like even though the body is walking, mind has stopped.
Yes, something. Yeah, that sort of right. I think.
Okay,
I think the
good.
way I explain is not correct, but yes, that sounds more like
correct.
Yes.
Okay. Just continue that and be familiarized with this state, and you need to further master it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thero and Sanai.
Okay. Thero and Sanai. So, are there any more questions? So,
Looks like yes, there is.
okay.
Yes, feel free
There's
to-
one come. Go ahead.
Thank
Yes.
you, Jennifer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
Bhante, I would like to share my day-to-day experience for your advice, please.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, Bhante, most of the time I can see that my mind has this free, or let's say viveka, freedom, or free mind, or like empty mind. I would say more spacious, like just now you mentioned.
Yeah.
But then I can see sometimes these old habits coming through, in the sense
Correct. Mm-hmm.
I still feel like there is a bit of a boredom in there, but there is at the same time the mind will come with something to fill this up. Okay, maybe I should watch a little bit of the TV,
Yeah.
or maybe I should read something,
Mm-hmm.
or I should speak to someone.
Uh-huh.
And then some of the times I realize, okay, that's my thought and I can overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say most of the time I still
Follow it.
get hooked into that
Yeah.
habit. So I guess, Bhante, it is with the time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. No, the other thing is you need to check. Assume now, say you feel urge to look at YouTube or look at a picture or whatever it is, and once you did that, whatever information that you have went through, are they staying in your mind, or once the job is done, again the mind is blank?
I would say some of the latter, but after that is blank. I can't even remember what it was. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Then it's okay. The thing is this. Now, as we continue, even though we engage with a particular activity, the influence coming from that activity does not remain in the mind. We associated that for a moment, but it didn't really penetrate to the mind or influence the mind. But you very quickly return back to that clarity, return back to that calmness, that emptiness. So if you are experiencing like this, no much harm.
Okay. So that is a way to measure it, Bhante, right?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
way to look at it. Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is, we can't completely, without doing anything, you can't simply idle. No? Say you are working. Now assume that you are working, and during your working time, you may have to pay attention to a particular person, to a particular paper, to a computer, whatever it is, you may have to engage. It may be a conversation, maybe looking at a presentation, meeting, many things are there. And you may can participate, you can constructively, say properly, actively participate. But once the event is done, if you are quickly able to come back to the emptiness, quickly able to return to the, that clarity of the mind, very calm, very quiet, no much thinking, then you are safe.
Okay. Thank you for that. That's clear.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So basically the bottom line is there can't be any conceptual proliferation. There can't be any rumination.
Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yes. Not with some, but of course, there are other issues which still come to that.
Yeah.
But again, that is not due to the freedom time. Sometimes, like as you mentioned, due to some life situations or something, there may be some issues that is kind of proliferating for a while, but then eventually they go away.
Right.
But yes, but when with regard to the freedom, Bhante, most of the time, no, I don't. Let's say if it is watching TV or even the work related or even talking to some people, I can easily recover back. Yes.
Okay, looks good.
Okay.
So the point is that now use this clear mind to recognize the subtle defilements. So that is the important thing. Say how eye making happens, how slight thoughts are, trying to prove the presence of you, and say your good deed or whatever it is, and trying to affirm a self. And the other thing is when you are thinking, say thinking about particular person and paying attention to a particular thing. Now all that actually are still containing certain amount of ignorance. Now say for example, if you have children, now say time to time, say your mind go and think about your son. Say for example, you have a son or daughter?
Son and daughter both.
Okay. Okay, let's take the son.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Mainly thinking of son. Yes.
Okay, son. So assume now you are in emptiness, and now again mind go and think about your son. Remember, at this moment you prepare an existence. You know that upadana paccaya baho.
Yes.
So upadana paccaya baho. That means, assume that while you are in emptiness, there is no upadana, there is no clinging, and there is no existence. You don't feel like I am living. I am living in this particular time, I am living at this particular place, this particular earth. So that is very much like blurred like. You are in a kind of an experience, but you haven't defined it using name and time and place, and the labeling is almost like absent. But when again your mind go and pick up the son, okay, my son is there, I am the father, okay, now this is the time. Is he doing any particular work? Is he going to the work, or is he involved with the homework, or whatever it is? Now you are again come back to the living, come back to the existence. So whenever you are like that, some amount of friction should be there. It may give you some kind of a burden, some kind of a friction, some kind of an ignorance, some kind of a pressure to the mind.
Yes, but I would say yes, correct. Okay, that is the creation of the bhava over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you are in a kind of a position where there is no such existence. You didn't feel that you are existing as a person, as an individual, as a self. There is no such self-existing context while you are in the emptiness. But once you are back into this kind of a situation, you revert back to that existence. I am in Australia, I am at this particular place, I am with my son is doing this, that, and I am father, and my job is this, and all, that we have some coordinates to define the existence.
Yes.
So those are again coming back to the livelihood, coming back to your vicinity, to you, and then you feel like, okay, I am going through, but is it going to rain, and is it going to, go through some friction, some frustration, all the some sort of unsatisfactoriness, some sort of friction, some sort of a burden, some sort of a suffering will be the result.
Yes. Right. So, Bhante, if it is a situation where I see that coming into the mind and then kind of can detect from there and let's say no action taken, but still to a certain extent there is a bubble, isn't it?
Yeah, bubble, but if you revert back to the emptiness,
right.
So I mean, if you think, it's not really necessary to think like this now. Sun is doing well, so let me keep the mind back into emptiness.
Right.
So the emptiness become the the default then. So where are you then?
Right.
Where are you?
That's exactly. Non-existent.
Yeah, you can't exist there. Now that is the interesting point. I mean, I am just pointing a very interesting Dhamma point. Now, ditte dittamattang, sute sutamattang, mute mutamattang, viññate viññatamattang. There's a kind of a seeing happen, but you haven't made a self, you haven't prepared an existence because of seeing. Hearing happen, but there is no some sort of an existence because of hearing. So likewise, mere experience is there, but you are not labeling it, you are not, framing it, you are not putting a self into it, but experience is there. Experience is continuing. Experience is continuing.
Right. Yes, but yes, I think that is the direction towards it should be. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm trying for that.
Okay. Yeah. So if you couldn't find yourself, you can find through Google where you are.
That is true.
Where am I?
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Much merits.
Yeah, Thero Sanna.
Thank you. We have one more question from Maura and also written.
Good morning, Jennifer, and good morning, Bhante.
Yeah, okay.
It's morning time in Perth
Okay.
at the moment. I have a question, I guess it's theoretical and practical.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to find out about sila.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question relating to my inability to be wholesome at times when I'm suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So how it can present is having negative thoughts, negative speech. Although negative thought is not one of the 5 precepts, I guess it is part of harmful way of existing.
Mm-hmm.
So I find when at the moment my life is very difficult,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't be this ideal person,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm continuing with the practice.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with the practice is, because there's a lot of suffering, I tend to let go
Mm-hmm.
because the suffering is too much. But my question is overall, how does sila, or you not sticking to the 5 or 8 precepts, have an effect on your practice?
Okay, one thing is that you may feel kind of time to time regrets coming because I couldn't properly adhere to my sila, to properly adhere to my, say, moral conduct. So as a result of that, certain kind of a regret, certain kind of a self-accusation, and a little bit of worries can happen in the mind. That is one evident thing that you may experience, and you might again and again feel a little bit worried. Not unlike before, where you are uplifted and you feel more deserving, more happy. So that is missing.
So is it that sila has to be perfect for the practice to become perfect?
Sila give you a lot of positive atmosphere to the mind, and more you feel like I am a worthy person. I deserve further spiritual growth, and I am doing well, and because of me there is no one being harmed. I myself being fairly I am my way of life is a blessing to myself as well as the others. So likewise you may get a more beautiful atmosphere within yourself.
But there's also sometimes when you are having a very bad experience. I remember one time there was huge fires in Perth, bushfire, and my sister-in-law's country property is about to be burnt. And when I was thinking about it, this wisdom came saying the whole world is burning. And next thing I know, this huge nimitta came, like my eyes were open. Huge nimitta came. So sometimes even with suffering, that allows your mind to quickly change, isn't it, the perception or something?
Yeah.
If you have practiced,
yes,
even if your sila is not very strong, sometimes these things just automatically happen.
No, this is not a bad thing. Now, this is a good thing. Now, what you are telling now is a really good thing. It is not because of the sila or any mishap in the sila, but rather this is a natural disaster. But you properly use that to open your eyes, properly use that to, put it into the correct perspective, so that you are very much like making use of it to your inner growth. No harm in that. That's a really good thing.
What I'm trying to say is I'm a person who, because I was Christian, I even have a drink now and again. So I break the fifth precept in social situations. Number of years ago, when I first became Buddhist, I gave it up for 10 years, but then I started drinking again. So that's why I'm wondering how sila, my mind state doesn't change that much when I have a glass or two. If I have more, then it changes. I can see the change. It becomes heavier, whereas if I just have one, generally it doesn't change. So that's why I'm still bargaining about how much commitment.
No, that is...
is it a bad thing? Or?
No, that's what I feel now you are asking this question because it has certain amount of impact in you. Because otherwise you don't need to ask this from me. Now, asking this itself indicates certain kind of your mind has a little bit of a regret about it. So why am I doing this? I was doing really well for 10 years. I didn't use it. But now I have reverted back to a little bit of, lapse in my moral conduct. So you have a little bit of a curiosity about it.
Yeah, it's almost at a point where I want to sort of give it up and become better. Or even with my speech when I'm unhappy, how I speak to people, or, I want to refine all of that. But that kind of change, I'm still doing the practice and I'm having some good experiences from that.
Yeah.
But the other side of it, the sila side, I don't know how to improve that or whether that happens naturally.
Yeah, I think the thing is now you may be doing it for fun, But on the other hand, you need to think about your, say, health issues or health impact. Now, even though at the moment you are not getting a huge kind of a drunkenness or any change in your mindset, but a certain amount of harm you are doing to your body in a way, because it is something harmful. So why are you doing it? This is one thing. And say if you have children and they are around you, and when you are doing it, so you are giving a bad example in one sense, because you are giving a license to them. Okay, mother is also doing it, so why not we are doing it? So they also get the wrong impression by seeing you doing it. So likewise, there are many other related influences coming through this sort of an activity. But if you are completely maintaining a sober, fairly, person, there are people who are, arguing, okay, you are losing your social status. I mean, you can't maintain relationships. You can't maintain, in par with the other people. All many different excuses are there. But you need to find different means, different ways how to still maintain the relationship with the others and, socializing with others. But it was all fine, but without harming yourself, without giving a wrong example, without, breaking the precept.
Thank you for that, Bhante.
Yeah.
I think the Musavada is, the drinking is very once in a while. Musavada is the one that, I'm really wanting to make a difference with. Not to
lie.
No, to be quick and direct and perhaps hurtful with my speech.
Yeah, anyway, I'm happy about you because you are more and more concerned about it and you want to further improve in the better way, and you are refining your sila. So these are actually the wisdom helps to develop the sila. Sila helps to develop wisdom. So they are actually interrelated. You can't have one without the other. So wisdom and morality go together. As your clear comprehension, as your mindfulness, as your wisdom growing, it will show you very subtle, discrepancies in your sila. Then you are refining that. Then you are refining that. And when you are refining that, further improvement of your wisdom also happen. So they are interrelated.
I think that's what's happening.
Yes.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Because everything else empty, I'm seeing myself and I'm not happy with myself. I want to be better.
Correct. Exactly. So make yourself better.
Yeah.
And be happy.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhante. I have one other question if any.
Yeah.
Oh, no, some other people have questions. I'll ask you next time. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we can certainly circle back if there's more time. So, Bhante, there's a written question here that was submitted. It says, Dear Bhante, I have spent more time for searching how to meditate than my own practices in this life, and always wholeheartedly believe the teachers I met, but within a very short period, I have missed my teachers due to various reasons. Still that feeling in my mind and struggling to follow the given advice by following online lessons. I believe physically attending retreats are really valuable to me, but there is no opportunity for that since missing the teacher and my own practices are getting deteriorate. How can I peace my mind? Please advise Thero and Sanai.
So, there is an influence and inspiration that we get when you are physically with the teacher, and their presence are there, so that I can understand, I can feel it, so that is something is there. But at the same time, now as a result of this technological advancement, now we are doing also some same thing. Say I am interacting with you all, I am at one place, you all are at many other different places, but still we are making a live session. You all can listen and you can ask questions, and I am also listening, I am answering. So this is also an interactive session. So therefore, don't expect the perfect situation every time. I mean, we can't, because we are living in a really changing world. Even though I am expecting the really perfect, really blissful, that everybody is there, everybody is encouraging me, and teachers are there, they are helping me, they are encouraging me, and their presence is there. We can't expect like that every time, because then I am totally dependent. The thing is, at first, yes, it is true that I have to hold the hands of my mom when I am, say, walking. Oh, my dad, oh, mom, I am walking, say, as a kid, say, you are holding your father's finger, fine. But one day you have to grow yourself so that without the father, without the mother, you have the strength to walk by yourself. So this should be the path. So you can't have every time your father or mother with you to, make you walk. Rather, you should have your own strength to walk by your own. Same thing applies here also in meditation. At first you can get some inspiration, at first you can get some encouragement, some guidance from a teacher, but slowly we become more and more mature, and without the teacher, still you are walking the path. So this should be the model we need to follow. So therefore, you need to have confidence in yourself. That may come slowly, so don't think that you don't have it. So don't put yourself down. So slowly you may get the confidence, you may get the maturity. Okay, I am there. But while it is there, your mind may be, putting you down, and you are, emotionally asking this and that. Don't allow that. Rather, give the opportunities to the mind. Okay, I am a capable person. I am an elder person now. No need to have such kind of a dependency. Let me try myself. Okay, I am capable of doing it. Just give a little morale to the mind, encouragement to the mind, and lift it up.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
I guess the same person has a follow-up statement. Still, as a beginner, I am a kid to this path, and confidence is the problem to me.
Yeah, slowly you get the confidence. I can understand. I mean, we need some kind of a guidance, motivation, inspiration. All these things are there, but we should come to a level one day. Okay, I am capable of doing it. We can drop again, we can fall again, but still, while we are continuing the path, you have to come to a level where you are on your own. You are a mature person now. You are an adult now. You don't need the mother's finger. You don't need the father's finger to walk, because now you can walk by yourself. Same model. I think the problem is not really with the capability, but mind has some emotional, I feel, kind of lacking, and of some kind of a missing thing. So don't simply follow it, or don't simply feed it. Rather, trust the Dhamma. So now, say for example, when Buddha is talking about Venerable Sariputta's passing away, Venerable Ananda came and report that Venerable Sariputta has passed away. And then he further report, okay, Bhante, when I heard that news, I got really upset, I got really unmindful, and I lost my mindfulness, I lost my capacity, I become completely bewildered. And then what Buddha is asking from Ananda is that, is Venerable Sariputta taken your whole concentration? Is Venerable Sariputta taken your whole sila? Is Venerable Sariputta taken whole of your whatever the good qualities? No. So be an island to yourself. Be an island to your Dhamma. That's it. Because we never know, what will happen to us tomorrow. We can't be so dependent. So Dhamma is showing us to be independent. Dhamma is showing us to be mature. Not every time we can't say sure that what will happen to me tomorrow. So that is the nature of this life, what we are living. So we should be more mature and we should understand that reality. We should be more realistic. We have to walk the path. Okay, we are getting closer to the end. Jennifer, we have 2 more questions.
Yeah. Next we can invite Mahisha. You tell me.
Thank you, Jennifer. 2 areas I have to ask, but let's see how time goes. And I'm happy to ask the other one. If the time is the problem. The first one, I think you can remember me and the journey that I have since 2020.
Yeah.
By joining Zoom and retreat. So I had steady progress, and I'm really glad about it. Minimalist view and experience. Now I came to realize as a whole where I'm going through my life, and when I'm taking as a whole summary, I recently actually pop up. That's why I was thinking really fast.
Mahisha, let me interrupt you. Your voice is not that clear actually.
Oh, how is it now? Is it better? Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Is it better now?
Yeah, somewhat better now.
Yeah. I'm on the train, maybe that's the reason.
I see.
But that's okay. So I have a past incident popping into my mind time to time. It's like a triggering. And I try to I feel like I was suppressing it. I was thinking that I actually let go in it, but it comes back. And the time, I think there's space in my mind, it's up. It is actually personally, I think I'm still holding on to it. I'm happy to tell you, I used not to talk about this in public normally, but I'm open to it now. So when I was 19 years old, my father was assassinated by...
Mahisha, let me interrupt you, sorry. It seems it's very difficult for me to really pick what you are exactly saying. So my answer will be a kind of a guesswork then. So if you don't mind, probably you can ask. Yeah,
I try to get to the what you call my.
Now it become somewhat good now. Somewhat okay now, better now.
Is it okay now?
Yes, correct.
Okay, I got off my headphones.
Okay.
So, so I was trying to say that's something actually popping up to my mind time to time. But I used to, let go it. But now maybe the mind is mostly getting into clearer status throughout the time, weekly, daily basis. So it regularly comes up, and then I try to let it go. So it's let go, but it comes back. And then I try to analyze how best I could, troubleshoot to this. So the thing is, that's actually very personal. It's about my father when I was a 19-year-old. He was assassinated by a person. No need to know that story. So the thing that I had was regretting that I couldn't help him. Because my plan was to look after my parents when I was like an adult. So that's couldn't do because when I was 19, I was still a dependent on my parents. So anyway, when I reach things in life, always that pops into my mind saying, "Oh, if your father was there, he would have shared this journey with you." So partially, I was regretting. I was proud about myself, but at the same time, I was hugely regretting that my father could be with me to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually I managed to figure out when I go through the Dhamma path,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that the karma is the reason, so things happen and I have to accept it as it is and then move on. Now it comes like often to my mind, and then it's troubles, and I feel like it's also part of karma that is trying to disturb my journey.
Mm-hmm.
Dhamma. And then with that, again, couple up with another thing that one of my male siblings, I looked after my siblings actually, and then one of them actually did few things too, I didn't know, I was not aware, but how would I say, like he did some faulty things, or I would say cheated me,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I felt like fed up, when I look after them and they like very unobedient and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I let go of that as well. So I try to, be myself and forget about them and give them pardon for whatever happened. And but that person actually became a monk.
Mm-hmm.
Without my knowledge, and he actually taken robes,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I felt like, okay, good, if he goes in that way, that's really good. He will realize what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
and he will find the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not having contacts, but that person is now, I don't want to have contacts because he's going in the path and I'm going in a path, in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But the thing has come now, he tried to contact me, sending like messages, emails, and then recently I received some Dhamma books that he written. I didn't read them. I just actually put recycle bin them because I don't want to, put myself into that mode
Mm-hmm.
and going through that huge jargon again. So, but the thing is, when my relatives time to time contacted me because they are old, so time to time I contact them and see how they go. So they tell me, this person contacted and he said this and this, and things comes and go. And actually, when I take these two situations to my, self, I feel like it's occupying my mind. Like thoughts comes and go. I look at them and say, oh, just, move away because that's something you shouldn't take to your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But it keeps coming. So I like to ask from you whether I can do some particular thing or use a particular technique which would help me to move forward. I know that I should stay away from them, but they keeps like coming behind me and using my space.
Mm-hmm. So it seems I'm kind of an action then.
They're not coming, but day-to-day life, the mind gets with all sorts of things, and I think I told you that I'm happily looking at them and they move away, and I'm happily move on with day-to-day things with Sutta Bhavana.
Mm-hmm.
But when this comes, it's actually occupying sometimes it's like occupying 10-15 minutes. And then I realize, oh my goodness, I was trapped in here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I move away from here because it's wasting of my time?
Mm-hmm.
But I try hard to stay away from them. I actually don't want them. I want to reject them. That is also a problem, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think.
I don't want it, and because it's coming.
Exactly.
I don't want it, it's coming.
Exactly. So that is a wrong thing you are doing. So more you suppress, more they become stronger. Because here you are not acknowledging, here you are not accepting. Rather, you are trying to suppress it, you are trying to reject it. So that is not the way to handle it. So let it come. It has some message for you. Certain amount of unforgiven issue is there. Either you are, so you haven't totally forgiven someone or something, some activity, some event. So that is why it is bothering you. If you are wholeheartedly forgive the person or whoever, then it shouldn't bother you.
Yeah, true. How can I forgive? Bhante.
So, I mean, if he's a person, you can, one thing is, I mean, rather than holding any grudge or any kind of, past memory, some friction, what has happened, one thing is, I mean, if he's a person that you can communicate, you can have a heart-to-heart conversation and forgive. That is one possibility. That's the best thing. But otherwise, you can simply imaginary person you can have, and then you talk to yourself and you just talk to him while thinking that he is in front of you, and then you are forgiving him, and do some metta meditation. That's also a very good thing, because we are still dealing with the personal level, even though we are talking very high level of non-self, but here we are coming back to the personality, we are coming back to the very mundane day-to-day activities, yes. Personal relationships actually. So at this level we have to come at a very conventional level. So you forgive to that person, even if he has done any mistake. Okay, fine, I am ready to accept it, I am ready to forgive him, I don't want to maintain any grudge, I am just forgiving it. I mean, I am forgiving and then forgetting.
Okay, that's with the sibling matter. What about with my father's death and all those?
Same thing, Mahesha. Same thing. Thing is, I mean, because now you know that it has happened maybe 50 years ago, 40 years ago, but you are still thinking about what has happened, and still you are missing your father, still you are thinking about the assassin who has done that. No point actually. It has happened. So it has happened, you have gone through it, and even if you are thinking about it, there is no any advantage for you, there is no any benefit. You are simply worrying yourself, or you are simply hurting yourself. And this is the life we are living. That's what we need to, fundamentally we need to understand. So we are living a very vulnerable life. So this is the sensual world. So this sensual world is full of bloody things. So we have experienced something like that. So this is in a way you can understand. This is what has happened because I have come to this world. This world is like this. There are enough killings, there are enough pollutions, there are enough, say, rapings, and many such things are also happening. So this is the sensual world. So that's why in one sense that Buddha immediately, or rather in a categorical way, tell to his own son, Venerable Rahula, Ma lokang punaragami. Rahula, don't come back to this world. This world is like this. This human world is like full of lot of these kind of issues. The sensual world is like this. So this is the reality. But more you are holding kind of a grudge, more you are holding any kind of a old memory and, not forgiving, keep on, questioning thing, why it has happened, how the hell he has done this to my father. No point. There is no use. You are still harboring the old personality traits in a way. You are further strengthening them. No point. You are the one suffering. Okay, I think she has gone, by the way. Are you there, Jennifer?
Yes, Bhante.
Okay, then I think we can wind up the session. We can send her the recording. Probably she'll get the answer. Probably she has forgiven and then forgot us also.
I hope so. Yes.
Okay then, Jennifer, I am going to wind up. I think you are going to continue the session.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Teruvan Sannai.